Hello everyone, in this video we are going to install Ubuntu on WSL2 and we are going to first read about WSL, what exactly it means or what it does. WSL means is Windows Subsystem for Linux. Basically you can run Linux operating system which is Ubuntu on your Windows. This is for all the new user or all the students wants to run an application or wants to build something. Before doing anything, before learning anything, learn to create a setup where you can easily manage your application, where you can easily run your scripts, and for that you need to have Windows Subsystem for Linux for all the users who are using Windows operating system. Here we are going to install first WSL and then we are going to install Ubuntu operating system. By using WSL -- install, it will itself install Ubuntu by default. So I have already installed it, but still I want to show you how it is run. I will open the terminal here. Just go to the terminal, run as administrator, and once you get the terminal here like this, I will make it a full screen and copy and paste the command WSL -- install version. Now when you press enter, Ubuntu is already installed. Because I have already installed Ubuntu, so it doesn't require any installation process. You just need to set it yourself, and if I check my Ubuntu operating system whether it is installed or not, so I can check it by this command. Not by this command. Basically you need to make sure that you are running PowerShell instead of Ubuntu. So here we need to check by checking this command, if you can see easily. So we have 3 columns: name, state and version. The version means which WSL version we are using. We are currently using 1, and the operating system by default is installed Ubuntu. So if I want to uninstall it, and let's uninstall it first. Unregister the name of the operating system that we need to uninstall from our computer, so we can simply remove it. If I check it again, so now I don't have any Linux on my system. So one thing I am sure that we no longer have Linux operating system. So for the short keyword in the command, you can also check by this, and here I have nothing. Basically I don't have any list. Now if I just simply do it like WSL -- install, oh, the spelling is mistake has been happened, so I have to. So here it shows you itself that it is installing Ubuntu. It will take few minutes, and before it takes few minutes we can go through this part where I will also add this URL in the description, so you can also go through and read more about it. You can better get it and you can better understand it, what I mean to say and what you can use it for. And it is really important if you are starting as a developer, or if you want to gain more experience into it and get your life easier. So it is a must thing to do. Now upgrade version from WSL1 to WSL2. That is also a must thing to do, because if you want to run Docker engine, or if you want to automate your stuff, you can also do that by using WSL2 version. By default it is 1, and you need to set to 2. And then there are ways you can also run multiple Linux distribution with WSL. So these are the things that you can do. Here comes, it will ask for the username, that you can keep your last name or your first name or your full name, and then it will ask for the password. So you can define any simple password that you can remember and always use it. So make it simple and short. So I will be setting up the password here. So once it's set, so I have now installed successfully the Ubuntu operating system, and it goes here. So I want to check the which version it is basically. So for checking the version of an Ubuntu, we can just simply type lsb underscore release and -a. Here we get the version Ubuntu 22.04.3 LTS version. So it installs this version for us by default, and here we are, right? To exit, you just simply type exit, and here we come back again to the PowerShell. So now clear the screen. Here I want you to just check in again which version and which system we have installed and running. So here we get this part, Ubuntu, it is running currently, and the version which we are using is 2. So currently by default it is set to 1, but you can also set it by using the command. If you go to the WSL2 upgrade version from WSL1 to 2, so you just need to simply type in WSL -- set version here and just simply type 1. So here it shows me, if you check in this the statement, there is no distribution with the supply name. So you need to make sure you type in the distribution supply name, and now it will take some moment for it to change back to 1. In the same way, we can specify instead of 1 to 2 if you want to change it to 2. So let's wait for a minute. And why we are doing this all things is once you get ready your applications, your projects or your scripts to run on your system, that will make your life much easier, and you will realize that this is going to be really efficient for you. So we have installed now if we check in the version which we have currently now is 1. So I will be changing back to 2 section, and here you can compare what we can do with WSL1 and what we can't do with WSL2 or WSL1. Integration between Windows and Linux. So these are the features that we can use or not use. For example, manage VM, full Linux kernel system. So basically we can have the access to the full Linux kernel system, but for WSL1 we cannot use it. Full system call compatibility. For WSL2 we can have that also. So these are the major things that we need if we want to use something specifically. Once you understand all the stuffs going on at the backend, then this will gradually help you in understanding what is going on and what is not. Now currently I have 2 version and Ubuntu I am using. So you need to also see if you are running the latest Windows or you are running an older version. That also will be a major issue while installing WSL and Ubuntu. So once you go to the manual install steps for older version, so you just need to follow this blog if your Windows is older version. Basically, if you are running an older version of Windows, at least you should have Windows 10 or 11. That's what I mean to say. The step 1 is to enable the Windows Subsystem for Linux. So if you want to check this, so you can just go and make sure that you have already done this part also. So just go to the Windows features on or off and just wait for a moment. Here there are 2 things to check. Make sure you have virtual machine platform enabled. So you just need to check this, and also Windows Subsystem for Linux. So if these 2 are unchecked, you can just make sure that you check in and just apply the changes. Okay, and that's it you want to do. And also there has been some PowerShell commands for you to enable the virtual machine platform in the same way that we did by searching for Windows feature. So you can also, like, it is very simple to do this way, and also remember how to do it. So you can just check in Windows and click on the Windows features on or off. You will get the list basically, and here we get the list of what we can use, for example virtual machine platform and the Windows, right? So this is what we need to make sure that is installed. Okay, so this is done, right? Now check in the version which we have right now is 2 version WSL and the Ubuntu itself. Now just look at the 24.04 which we are going to install now. Click on open. I made it to the full screen so you can simply just understand how I'm doing it. It will take a time, some time, at least 1 or 2 minutes, and it will ask you for the username and the password. So you just need to type it. Make sure you keep it simple and remember those password and username. Like I will specify it Kalyan24 for the 2.4 version, and password is my. So that's it. It will take a moment to get started with the Ubuntu version, right? So here we are ready. Yes, we are ready. Now we can check the version which we are using for Ubuntu. Yes, here we are having the latest version of Ubuntu 24.04. This is the latest version which we are using. And now we can check the Python version which we have installed by default. By default, if you type in the Python hyphen and then version, it will not show the version. If you type in Python 3, then it will show the version. So basically you have already installed Python, but it specifies to Python 3. For removing or using Python command only, so you need to just follow this instruction. Just type in this part. So we can try to install this thing. Sudo apt install, and our password that you have set it for the Ubuntu when you installed it. Yes, hopefully we are going to use the Python version now. Yes, here we are. So now we can use the Python hyphen version and Python 3.12.3. it will show because we installed this. If I just make it small, let's make it easy for you to understand. So this is what we used. Sudo apt install Python hyphen Python 3 that we installed to use. Instead of Python 3 command, we can use Python, right? So here we have set up Python and Ubuntu on our Windows Subsystem Linux. So if you have some questions regarding this, you can ask me in the comment section. I will take a look at it and I will try to reply and solve your problem if you face any difficulties. So make sure you have your system running, and let's get started in the next video.